This time we take you below, above and underwater, and we mix it up with some boat projects. It might not be a coral reef just yet, but Denmark also has a lot to offer a diver. We have colorful sea stars and big hermit crabs. Right now the water is about 3 degrees Celsius, and it's so much clearer in wintertime because the algae are gone. As summer came to an end, we went on an end of season sail with some good friends. We started off going to the lovely tiny Marina at Nordhammer bakke in Isefjorden. Torben and Isabella went on an early morning photo shoot, as the rest of us were slowly waking up.
Jeg holder farmands kaffe, mens han filmer.
Der er ikke noget som sådan en tidlig morgen her, hvor man er ude og gå på sådan en havn, vel? Sådan en lille bitte hyggelig havn, der er simpelthen så dejligt.
We also went fishing, and the kids actually caught something for the first time, and it was so much fun watching their excitement pulling in those small fish. Back in the marina, the day of boatwork started off by Torben jumping in the water to change the sinker nodes on our boat. Later that day, we mounted the bracket for the dinghy engine on the guardrails, so we don't have to store the engine in the cockpit bench anymore. In a later episode, we're gonna mount a crane to help hoist the engine up and down easily. Moving the light raft to make room for the engine, we needed another spot for it, and we chose to put it on the cabin top so we can easily hoist it over into the water using the beam. Placing a life raft is always a compromise between easy access if you need to launch it and protection of the life raft when you don't need it. After doing a lot of studies on the subject, we learned that a lot of people lose their life raft to waves in hard weather when it's mounted on the deck or the guardrail behind the cockpit. Therefore, we decided to have 2 positions for our life raft, one for coastal sailing and one for ocean crossing. When we're crossing oceans, we will put it in a storage room in the floor of the cockpit, along with the grab bag and other essentials. Although it looks sunny, it's getting colder outside and winter is coming. So it's time to dock our girl and put on her winter coat. Our boat is not isolated in any way, so we have tried to do as much as possible with winter mats and bubble wrap to keep out the cold. As December came, so did Klaus from Sail Repairs. He came to measure up for our brand new custom-made cockpit tent, because we live on the boat full time and we need the extra square meters that it can provide us for the kids' winter clothing and all. And of course also it's nice to be able to sit outside and get some sunlight and not be locked down in the boat all the time. We used a drone to photograph it all and make a 3D model that he could then make in his workshop. And about 2 weeks later from the first measurements, it was all done and ready to be installed. And of course, it was a perfect fit.
Det er et træls øjeblik at opdage, at man har målt forkert.
We wanted a cockpit tent for a long time, and we really think it was worth investing the money because we think we're gonna have a lot of use of it when we're gonna sail the canals in wintertime and also for the rainy days all the season. So we're very happy about this. Torben thought of a way to reduce the power consumption on our freezer that we installed in the big overhaul.
Could you hold there? Hold that one down. The plan?
I lyset. Turn off the lights.
I'll try to our freezer. The compressor is running all the time and it's getting hot. So I'll try to cool it down. And the cheapest way is to buy one of those fans from a computer. So I'm going to try to rig that up.
A computer fan.
Yep.
And it's working.
Be mounted here.
Stripped on. Simple, cheap and easy.
We have now been running this setup for a few days, and I measured the consumption in power, and it seems that we are already now saving about 30% of the electricity just by this fan, so it's a big success.
As Christmas were closing in, the Optimist Club has a yearly tradition of sailing around the Christmas tree in the Marina. All the juniors and their younger siblings are too young to participate in their Optimist, so Torben took them out in the rib so they could still feel like they were a part of it all. It was a lot of fun. I think it was really great tradition. New Year's Eve arrived, and to follow another tradition, Torben joined his buddy and a lot of other divers in a traditional oyster hunt at Munkholm Bridge. They say they have found a crystal. So that's the crystal.
Jeg tror i hvert fald, det er en krystal. Det er da iskoldt.
Jeg tror ikke, det er en krystal, Scan.
Men det ligner en.
Not sure that's a crystal. New Year's Eve. So happy New Year's, everyone. And Torben is on his way out diving. So I'm glad it's not me. It's too cold. Funny thing is that this location has a lot of oysters for eating. So a lot of divers and a lot of people are walking around here today, New Year's Eve, trying to catch their New Year's Eve dinner, I think. Sebastian thinks he can catch fish with this straw. He's quite the optimist. Happy New Year, everyone. Kan du sige det? Ej, hvor er det dårligt.
Det er sjovt.
Stop teasing your sister, Sebastian. Stop. Sebastian thinks there's crab eggs here. He found some seaweed with some blisters.
Mor, kan du rejse de der siv op?
Sejt.
Jeg kan ikke se den nogen.
Far og Thomas kommer op af vandet snart, forhåbentlig.
Jeg tror, de fryser lidt.
Nej, de har masser set derude, tror jeg.
Ja, det gør.
Jeg kunne se en lampe, der blinkede. Jeg tror, det er far.
Jeg kan se dykkerspyd. Det var et eller andet, der står der. Jeg kan stadig se et dykkerspyd. Jeg kan se et dykker. Jeg kan se dem! Jeg kan se Thomas der.
but I think that everyone probably cleaned it out over the last few days. One oyster. Woohoo!
Der er støvsud ude på Østers. Ej, hvor fint.
Den er til dig.
Stor en.
Kan du bære den selv, Lina? Den er fin.
We spent New Year's Eve in the clubhouse with some friends from the
Må vi se
Marina.
den der? Den der?
Ja.
Den skal du ud og fyre af nu. Sko. Det er sådan en rør, der bare skyder med en masse ting om
Der
det.
er jo ikke nogen, man kan sætte ild til på.
Prøv at se her. Der står her lundebeskyttelse. Sådan er heroppe.
Hvad er det?
Thank you all so much for the support in 2018. And a special thanks to our friends who already support us on Patreon. You guys really help us making this adventure possible. And if you're not, then become a patron now by following the link in description or find us on patreon.com. And remember, like, subscribe and follow us on social media. See you in 2019 for more adventures.
Nej, i dag er vi den 1. januar.